Alan, can you explain Mythos to me like I'm five?
I think if I could do that, then we'd be building Mythos ourselves. But the reality of Mythos is that it's this new model from Anthropic with many more parameters and many more training runs um, compared to Opus. And the fear about Mythos is that it is a model that is so incredibly capable that it's too dangerous to release to the public. So they are basically gating it to just cybersecurity teams within big organizations and companies and defenders to be able to easily patch software that Mythos can find vulnerabilities in much quicker than any other software. So it's I'm curious what you think about it. I don't know if you read the report or not, but it's
I
got a
have,
lot.
and
Mhm.
it's tied in with Glasswing, which is the initiative to, find more vulnerabilities and patch them quickly. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. My personal take is we were never really limited based on finding vulnerabilities. I think that if I had to think about how it impacts the next 6 months of security, maybe it finds one or two big issues like we end up with a log4j type of scenario where there was something that had just been sitting in plain sight for the last 10 years or even longer that that just nobody had looked at, and you plug it into an LLM and LLM finds it. But
Mhm.
I kind of feel like we were never really limited based on finding vulnerabilities. I mean, there's tens of thousands of CVEs every year, and some of them quite serious. So I'm kind of curious what it actually does. I do think that it's the more capable models, the more kind of work you can offload onto them for your security team, triaging the endless deluge of vulnerabilities, um, helping stay situationally aware about your environment. But yeah, I guess I'm a little skeptical that this is really the whole. This is so
Yeah.
dangerous that we can't share it with the world.
Yeah. I think it's both overblown marketing from Anthropic, but also warranted. And the reason behind that is like you look at the actual exploits that are being generated, and they're extremely impressive, like better than humans can create. And so there's no doubt about that. But then you also look at and consider the fact that a lot of these exploits are still memory exploits, right? And so like the direction that the industry has been going towards like memory safe web facing services, doing defense in depth, doing all of these like normal guardrails that we've been practicing for the last decade, I think is already going to give you a lot of sway. Of course, I think the bigger, older organizations are going to be more vulnerable to these sorts of things. But I think the reason why it is warranted though is because we are in this like exponential improvement phase of AI where it's starting to self-improve and we're getting models like Minimax and other models that can run locally that are extremely capable as well. Not quite on the level of Mythos or Opus yet, but definitely getting to the point where it's not that hard to generate exploits for trivially exploitable software. So it'll be interesting to see where things go for sure. And I think the thing that's going to be more important, and obviously we're biased in this regard, but is detection, of course. Just being able to detect when things are compromised.
Yeah, certainly people will be amping up their detection capabilities and really be making sure that they want to be where they are. Maybe we just don't completely agree because on the topic, just because I mean, if you've been following the last 10 years of memory corruption issues and the last especially those issues that you mentioned that they're looking for, we've got a lot of fuzzing that we've been doing over the last bit, and so a lot of these things have been found, or I think I saw the null pointer dereference issue that is like in BSD that 25 years old,
Mhm.
bug that likely isn't exploitable or isn't exploitable. And so I just tend to think that, you know, the, I think about the biggest vuln of the last 10 years, which was now, Heartbleed has passed the 10-year mark, but it's probably Log4j. And the issue with Log4j was kind of funny because it was just completely in plain sight. Like anybody who went and
Mhm.
read that subroutine would be like, this is not good code. It should not be running an exec here. And
Mhm.
and I think that that's always the like quintessential thing that I fear in software is, some piece of software just becomes so big and so unwieldy that people don't really know what it's even doing anymore. And I think that it'll be very good at finding those things. But yeah, this whole idea that it's just going to brute force its way with the sheer power of 0 days into any network it
Yeah.
wants to, I think is a little not realistic for it. But
Yeah. It is funny how it's both the poison and the antidote too. It's one of those weird situations where, yeah, it's crazy that it can find these things and generate exploits reliably, but also like I think, and we've experienced software engineering is going through a bit of a renaissance as well, right? And the ability to produce software at scale reliably at higher quality has really gone through the roof. So
yeah,
um, that's something that's exciting too. So
yeah,
it's
no
not all
question.
bad.
Every piece of software now you can meaningfully contribute to it with Claude Code or Cursor or whatever kind of
Mhm.
agentic programming tool, even the most complex code bases. And so, yeah, it is kind of funny that maybe I'm sure that they're just running this software, their Mythos and looking for bugs, and then the ones that it finds, there's another agent that's just patching them all. So I'm sure they've got some kind of exploit patch pipeline going on over there that's probably pretty interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.